Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the brand new weekly challenges that dropped today here in NBA 2K26 My Team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. So 2K dropped a weekly challenge group today. I don't believe they dropped anything else. There's nothing new in this season 4 tab. Obviously nothing new in the greatness, which we expected. Daily challenges haven't changed. I don't think any of this stuff is any different or anything like that. But they did drop something in the weekly challenges, which I mean, I'll take. I'm not complaining about that, and I think it's useful-ish. You know what I mean? It's a greatness in multiplayer challenge group. So all this challenge is really is 25 points. Or 3-pointers, dunks, and assists, sorry, with Opal and lower greatness players or multiple multiplayer games. Why exactly they limit you to Opal and lower, I don't honestly totally know. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me, because, like, why can't you use Dark Matter Steph, or Dark Matter Bird, or Dark Matter KG, or something like that? I don't know. That being said, on the defensive end, it's 25 blocks, steals, rebounds, Opal or lower greatness players over multiple multiplayer games as well. The most efficient way to get this done in multiplayer is probably Triple Threat Park. Just go in there with 3 Opal or lower greatness players in Triple Threat Park and don't even really worry that much about winning versus losing. And maybe you use like Pink Diamond Brook Lopez if you have him. I don't know, Opal Gary Payton if you have him, and Diamond Herb Jones, who everybody should have, for example. But there are lots of other cards you could throw in there as well. But then every 3-pointer, every dunk, every assist, every block, every steal, every rebound will count towards these challenges. And once you get that done, you'll get a legend badge, which is like fine. I just don't understand why it's Opal below. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. And I will say, a couple days ago, they dropped on Friday this clutch time challenge, which was 1 clutch time game for 2 legend badges out of an option pack. So this only being 1 legend badge, and it's a random legend badge, it's not an option pack, is a little underwhelming. I will also say, when you attach to that the fact that they dropped in the pack market yesterday every single legend badge in the game for $100, 1 free legend badge, it's a random legend badge, isn't quite as enticing at that point, you know what I mean? But I'm not complaining about it exactly. I like that they dropped something new today, something free. That's cool. I personally, despite the positive I have said about my team recently, and I will continue to be positive if all-star content is good, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here this week, even though this week's content doesn't look like it's going to be particularly intriguing whatsoever. With all that they've dropped recently, I'm okay with that. The problem is, I do think the lack of Tuesday content is still kind of killing the midweek interest in the game in a lot of things. If this was coming out on Wednesday after some sort of interesting Tuesday content drop, I think there would be a lot more positivity. I worry that 2K is going to take the momentum that we have seen recently with my team, and it's going to disappear pretty shortly after All-Star break, because it already kind of feels like it's disappearing at least a little bit just because of the lack of stuff to do. Bad Friday pack drop, nothing on Monday, nothing on Tuesday. Today we get this. It's not exhilarating, you know what I mean? I would like to see more. I think if you're going to drop weekly challenges, why are we not seeing moments cards? You know what I mean? They started dropping moments cards, and then they basically stopped. We've gotten 1 since Thanksgiving, which was Diamond Trey Murphy a few weeks ago. Jared Allen just had 40 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers. Literally the best game of his career by a pretty solid margin. Nothing, at least to this point. Maybe they do, but like, to me, this is the type of thing where I feel like it's really easy. It doesn't take, I feel like it cannot take people at 2K very long to tell somebody, okay, go make a Pink Diamond Jared Allen card. You knock out a card for him, you drop a challenge group on Monday. It happened on Sunday, you drop that on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that to me is just, it's no-brainer, easy stuff, and this only being open above is kind of strange to me. It's something, and I like legend badges. Legend badges are good, but at the same time, it's kind of underwhelming. I think that's fair to say, right? I think the hesitation that I have is I'm worried that we're not going to see any more free content like the greatness stuff that we saw. The greatness stuff was great, but are we going to see any more of it? Is the festival for All-Star going to be good, or is it going to be like is it going to be like the Battlegrounds festival where it's good, or is it going to be only good cards, the pay-to-win cards? I'm a little concerned about that. Now, the All-Star cards and packs should be really good, but I just want the game to be in a good state sustainably. You know what I mean? I would like the rest of the year to be successful, and I think it's really hard for that to happen if we have a lot of weeks like what looks like this week's going to be, where you really don't get anything of real substance besides Friday. And even then, like, it's the Friday pack drops. The top tier cards aren't really accessible with for the vast majority of players, so you're really hoping on good opals, good pink diamonds, and 2K's kind of been, I mean, look, they've just been dropping a lot of filler opals, a lot of filler pink diamonds from these hidden gems. We still have 42 more hidden gem opals. I don't know exactly how many of these they're going to drop in packs, but I'm sure they're going to drop some of them. And realistically, most of them are pretty underwhelming at this point. Pink diamond hidden gems, there's 60 of them left, and there's only a couple of good ones left in here. Like, really only a couple. And so that is, again, a thing where it's like, I feel like lately the content in packs has been very underwhelming, and it's been saved by all the other stuff going on this season, which is nice. But with the lack of hidden gem cards, or the lack of non-hidden gem cards in packs, the lack of Tuesday content, things like that, I worry that the momentum that 2K is building, or has built, I should say, is going to dissipate pretty quickly. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we have All-Star Break coming up, and then we have Season 5 after that pretty soon. So fingers crossed those things are good. But after that, it might be like, oh, now what? You know what I mean? I'm a little concerned about that. We'll see. That being said, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt through All-Star Break, at least. You know what I'm saying? And I want the game to succeed. I really do. I think this would have been better if it had come off the heels of something to do on Monday and something to do on Tuesday. It's like, this is the first thing to do in my team all week, and it's one legend badge for what is probably going to be a little bit tedious, trying to use some of these greatness cards that aren't really that great below Opal. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not gonna like sit here and bash it too much. It's a free legend badge. Free legend badge is good, but to me it still feels a bit underwhelming, and I'm a little concerned that it's just, they're gonna take the momentum that it feels like they've had recently, and it's going to sputter quickly. We'll see what happens. That being said, that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.